momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
You know, for the Hawks, they understand how good they truly are. One of their biggest challenges is don't get complacent down the stretch.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Then it's Rizashea, then there's Ivy, and it's Mr. Perfect in at the 1. And for Oklahoma City, they've got Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Shaw in at the 3, the small forward. And both backcourts in this one stand cream of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. And it's the Hawks to start out. Here's Mr. Perfect. This one for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Now let's send it down to Allie as a report on MVP.
Hey guys, all eyes will be on the potential MVPs tonight. MP and I chatted about this challenge of facing Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. This one, he told me, I am looking forward to it. I know Shea's a student of the game, so this will feel like a chess match at times. It's a test that we're both looking forward to. We'll see how strong his chess game is soon enough.
Good stuff. I know the chess pieces, but that's about it. Here's Shaw. Really played well against Charlotte in his last game. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Got a piece of it. And now the Hawks on the break. And Ivy gets it to go on the assist by Johnson.
Looking unstoppable. Ivy able to get the advantage there on the fast break.
Now Gilgeous-Alexander, big-time contributor on offense, just over 22 points a game. Holmgren against Johnson. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot for 12. Good. The jump shot falls. Gilgeous-Alexander's got a second basket.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this position, because once he does, he makes you pay.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense. His elite drive and capability.
You have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and finds another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Mr. Perfect gets the bucket.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stage.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Pass to Shaw. Here's Ferguson. Here's Maxson. Guarded by Okongwu.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
First personal foul. First team.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Madsen.
He's off on the first. Oklahoma City making a switch here. Henderson's checked in. And a change for the Hawks. Rollins is checked in. Good on the second one. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. On the wing, Ivy. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Rizashea, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Right side,
yeah, man, I'll take a fake picture, so nigga.
Over Ivy. Pass to Shaw. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Johnson.
Motherfucker want my bag.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Rizashea. Here's Okongwu.
Motherfucker want my dick.
Ivy outside.
Slow down,
6
nigga.
to shoot.
Fuck your mama, nigga.
Takes the 3. Doesn't go for him. The Thunder have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Johnson against Gilgeous-Alexander. That misses. Had a chance to tie it. Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 from deep. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. And here's Ivy from the arc. Atlanta again missing.
And he probably thought he was...
I know game over, nigga. I got this shit.
Henderson left side.
I'm a security guard.
Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. And the three-pointer goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got
I'm the
his third
security
basket
guard.
of
What
the
you
night.
winning, nigga? Don't let Alexander score on y'all like that shit. Can't let him score on me like that shit. Lock that nigga shot. He up. He ain't gonna make that shit.
Hits the trifecta.
The
Both
fuck?
teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 7. Henderson, the pass to Matson. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Nigga, I ain't going on your bed, fuck,
Uses
nigga.
the glass on the layup.
Fuck, nigga.
Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9.
Just
Come on,
owning
nigga.
the painted area.
Why
If
you
it's
ain't got no
working,
hands?
no need to change.
I gotta use a gun when you fight, fuck, nigga. Police
The
ass,
three for
nigga.
Ricochet.
Mug shot ass, nigga.
Goes! He beat the buzzer!
The NBA never ceases to amaze me.
What a huge shot to beat the buzzer. My goodness.
Oh,
Let's go.
man, that's like stealing 3 points. Big time finish to the court.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Atlanta
Let's
on
go.
top. They lead by 3. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. And this has been a fairly close game to the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think about the Hawks here in this one?
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And with each made 3, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might like to change their approach to try to slow them down.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting in second. They've got Jaden Ivey, and it's Mama Kelly in at the 5. Now here's Ivy, tightly guarded. Got it. Ivy's got his second basket on the night.
And just active inside. Ivy's a guard more at home around the hoop, not at the three-point line.
Here's Henderson. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense is just enough to force the miss.
And you think about what Hawkes has done early in his career. It's pretty impressive, Stan.
Well, Brian, people tend to underrate college players who play multiple years. He was basically a finished product before he reached the NBA.
Now here's Henderson. Henderson with another miss. And here's Ivy. Pass to Mr. Perfect. Beyond the arc. That's his third basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Here's Wong. Yet to see a basket. And Ivy pulls it down. The Hawks lead by 6. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. To the middle. Here's Mamakelishvili. It's hauled in by Henderson.
Wow, missed opportunity from point-blank range. You got to make those.
Inside. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
So both teams changing it up here. And let's take a look at some of the players we expect to participate in this year's dunk contest. Always an exciting event.
Yeah, year after year, these guys find new ways to innovate and stun the judges. It's remarkable stuff.
If he can keep raking in the votes and hold on to his number 4 spot, he'll make the cut for the contest for sure.
And I see no reason why he shouldn't. And frankly, I think he's got a pretty good shot at wowing the judges and winning the whole thing.
So that's how things are currently looking for the dunk contest. But of course, we'll update you with the latest news as we receive it.
And as this lineup starts to take shape, this event is only getting more and more exciting.
And let's send it over to Allie the Force.
Hi guys, well Mr. Perfect in their last time out against the Heat got the job done. He dropped an amazing number of points and he's a tremendous three-point shooter. We saw that again last game. Such an impressive effort. The team relied on him and he delivered.
Great report there, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here at the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Well, Grant, you are an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there's so many great players, Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
Mr. Perfect. And a miss there on the triple. Oklahoma City is going 1-2 from deep in the second quarter. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Hawkins. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Ooh, just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Now here's Holmgren. 17 points in his last outing. So both teams making some changes here.
First team foul. Substitution on the board.
52 seconds left in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. There's the 3. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Mr. Perfect. Coming off an unbelievable high-scoring game. Nails it from 3. And now it's a 7-point Hawks lead.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA using that size.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Three-pointer. Another 3 for Atlanta.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
The loss of Jaren Jackson Jr. makes him a little bit more vulnerable without him knocking down a lot of shots and controlling things inside.
Yeah, and you lose that option offensively, Shaq. Definitely a challenge for them.
And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the Hawks.
They've been in.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we sit.
Fuck Ellis, nigga. Tell that bitch to run up.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game.
Tell your mama to run up, too. Slide bad, nigga.
Thunder trail by 8. We've got Chet Holmgren, and it's Ferguson in at the 2. That's the group from Mark Dagnall starting the second half. Pass to Madsen. Here's Ferguson. Still without a bucket. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018,
Well, Pops Five
has developed
knows,
to
man.
the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Dagnall, said
Fuck,
he's
come on,
improved
Nick.
every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility.
Fuck, Charles
He looks
Porter,
in the
Nick.
mirror. He sees what he needs to improve
I
on.
know
and
motherfucker
then he
player
works
too.
at it. Brian?
Yeah, man, there ain't no
Allie,
game,
thank
nigga.
you. And Coach, with Okongwu adding a 3 to his game, it's hard to keep him off the floor now.
Like you shot, nigga.
He can do a lot
Ain't
for the
Ungling
team when
Wood.
he plays. He can now spread out the
I don't
floor.
see a way to
He can guard
MOA
multiple
page, nigga.
positions. But the main thing Okongwu does is he is all over the glass.
How you just standing over attention, nigga?
They lead
You
by
ain't got no
11.
fans.
Largest margin of the game. Clock at 6. Takes a 3.
Fuck that shit.
Rebounded by Madsen. Oklahoma City's going 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's Ferguson. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Nice shot by Madsen.
The defense gives Shai all their attention, and that leaves another guy open and ready to score.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's Mr. Perfect. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Mr. Perfect's got 23 points. Pass to Ferguson. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Here's Mr. Perfect. 23 points in the game. The three-pointer off the mark. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Shaw. Off target from three-point range.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Shaw. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Onyeka Okongwu.
There's that man, Gilgeous-Alexander. So tough to contend with his quickness.
Get him, MP. Your time.
Now here's Henderson. The D's right on it. Poole outside. And Henderson with the basket on the assist by Poole. Henderson's got his third basket on the night right there. Here's Mr. Perfect. 26 points for him. From downtown, on target from range. Mr. Perfect's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Atlanta on top. They're up by 10. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his team.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period.
On the court for Atlanta, we've got Mr. Perfect. He's out there with Rollins. Jaime Jaquez is out there with Jalen Johnson. And it's all in at the 4-man position. And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Off target from 3-point range.
Fuck, man.
Pass to Henderson. Rebound by the Hawks.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Connects again from distance. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that 3-point shot.
Holmgren in the corner. Shot clock at 5. There's the triple. Good on the 3-point shot.
Great response by Chet Holmgren. Drills the 3 right back at you.
Timeout, Hawks. For the Thunder, Madsen, he's checked in for Wilkins. Shaw comes in for Parks. And Shea Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Henderson. Here's Mr. Perfect. Launches a 3, gets the 3-pointer to fall. Mr. Perfect's got the lead up to 14 now for Atlanta.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Here's Ricochet. Here's Mr. Perfect. No good with the triple.
Fuck, man.
The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
Oh, my goodness. How good was that move by Shea? Creating a bucket.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Mr. Perfect. Good. Another from 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Pass to Madsen. Here's Ferguson. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good off the back of the rim. Here's Mr. Perfect. Fires for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Drills the 3-pointer.
And this is the game plan for him, and he's a big part of their floor space.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job. delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
Here's Madsen. Pass to Ferguson. Oklahoma City moving it around. Clock at 6. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And it's the Hawks' ball. They're on an 18-7 run.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Atlanta.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse, and they were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Mr. Perfect.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there.
Substitution on the board.
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Mr. Perfect can't hit. And so Poole will bring it up for the Thunder, trailing by 19. Now here's Henderson. Tight defense on him. Wilkins the screen. And then Henderson with the dunk. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Mr. Perfect. And good, he hits it again.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Here's Henderson driving in, and the layup falls. Here's Mr. Perfect, and again for 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Berg, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink.
I know, right?
Another day, another win. Good work. I hate the Spurs. Make sure you win tonight, or it's a long flight home.
Look out there, MB.
Ollie, what you gonna do, little nigga? Fuck ass nigga. Pig. Donut looking face ass nigga. Ollie said donut nigga. Motherfucker don't want to start on hand. Beat your deep ass ass nigga. Fuck your time out. Fuck ass nigga. Come see about these hands, fuck nigga. Fuck your time out. Walk your bitch ass out the TV screen, fuck nigga.
Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
Ain't no motherfucking heavyweight. You a stereotype once. Who the fuck out of here? Better beat y'all ass.
A Spurs team walking to the locker room earlier, determined to have a big night on their home court. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. In this game, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs against the Atlanta Hawks And this is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight. And as we go deeper into the regular season and the standings start to take shape across the league, let's have a look at where the rookies are at in the Rookie of the Year race. Performing at a high level all season long. Fourth in our rookie list. This coaching staff has raved about his maturity.
Sitting behind just 3 of his fellow rookies, there may still be time for him to move up this list.
I hope so. It might be asking just a bit too much. He'd have to do something really extraordinary for that to happen.
Now Atlanta starting 5. Ricochet, Johnson, they're the forwards. Then there's Jaden Ivey. Then there's Okongwu. And it's Mr. Perfect in at the point guard position. And for San Antonio, we've got Wembanyama, Shaden Sharp out there with Marcus Sasser. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Ward in at the 4. Well, how good does it feel to be one of the more elite teams at this point of the season, Brent?
Well, BA, you just know you have an opportunity, and you don't want to do anything to take you off that path to possibly winning a championship. So staying locked in, enjoying it to some degree, but really understanding that this opportunity is hard to come by, and let's go after it.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And for an update on MP, let's send it over to Allie.
Hey, Brian. This is a highly anticipated matchup between 2 MVP hopefuls, and MP knows they've got their hands full with Wembanyama. He told me, quote, the things he does at his size are unbelievable. You guys have watched him. Everyone knows that Victor is a problem.
He certainly is. Although MP presents his share of problems as well, Allie. Now here's Vassell. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Pass to Ivy. Here's Mr. Perfect. Here's the 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal.
Here's Sasser. From outside the arc, he drops it from range. Sasser's got 5 now.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
Mr. Perfect gets the bucket.
Defense shaking their heads, no idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Here's Vassell. And it's all from 3-point range.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
The 3. And the Hawks with another 3.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Pass to Ward. Back to Sasser. To the inside. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Here's Mr. Perfect. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. From deep. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Spurs trail by 8. It's Sharp on the wing. Pass to Sasser. Let's go with a 3. Atlanta with a rebound. And guys, they're up to 19 straight now. What a remarkable run.
So few teams in the history of the NBA have ever put a streak like this together, so it's really impressive. My prediction, the streak continues.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
On the wing, Vassell. 3-pointer Sharp. Pure from 3-point range.
3-pointers really haven't been a problem for Sharp since he's entered the NBA. Percentage is looking solid.
And you watch Shaden Sharp, Brett. The talent is undeniable.
Well, the athleticism really is something that jumps off the court for you. He's not just a scorer or a rebounder. I think if he uses that athleticism, he could become an elite defender in this league.
Here's Ward. He's scoreless. And the ball out of play. The Hawks will have it. Ellis is checked in for San Antonio. Wallace comes in for Sasser. And Atlanta making it. Teams will make substitutions.
Get in there.
Here's Ivy. Shaden Sharp out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Marcus Sasser. Then it's Cason Wallace. And it's Ellis in at the 3. The small forward. That's the San Antonio 5. Pass to Hall. Here's Mr. Perfect. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it. Spurs trail by 4. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Mr. Perfect in their last time out against the Clippers put on a show. He dropped 56 points, and once again, he was lights out from distance. He was really special in that game, and they're hoping he can repeat that kind of performance tonight. Guys, back to you.
It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. There was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Sharp passes to Anunoby. Sasser outside. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Mamukelashvili.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's Mr. Perfect. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Now here's Sharp. In the game against Miami, very impressive. Count that bucket. Sharp's got 5 now.
Going to work inside. Sharp using that touch and nimbleness to get it done.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Lets it go from deep. Ellis with a rebound. Pass to Wallace. The rebound by Atlanta. They've led by as many as 11. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face them. That game marks the start of a 4-game homestand for the club. Connects from downtown.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Both teams deciding to change it up. Well, Brent, something we've all noticed lately is the small ball era starting to wind down.
Well, B.A., I think in people's minds when you say small ball, they're thinking about 6 foot, 6'1" guys on the court. That's not what we're talking about. It's a skilled game, and I don't think the small ball skilled game is going anywhere anytime soon.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Sasser can't hit.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Sasser defending. Drains the triple.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Outside Anunoby. Knocked loose. Pass to Ward. A minute and a half left in the first half. Wembanyama, screen on Jaquez. San Antonio again can't hit. Here's Atlanta now. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. And you watch Jalen Johnson. His athleticism, man, it's unique.
Pretty unique at his size, right? He just glides around the court. He's got great speed when they play in transition and can get above the rim. So this guy, a bit of a matchup nightmare, just when he gets his confidence.
The Hawks lead by 12. 54 seconds left in the second period. Here's Mr. Perfect. Give him 30. Clock at 6. Fires from deep. And Anunoby pulls it down.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And here's Sasser. He's got 5. Pass to Wallace. And here's Anunoby. The 3-ball. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Mr. Perfect. Launches it. He buries it from 3. Mr. Perfect's got 33.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks up 15 points as this quarter concludes. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. Back to the game after this break.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Atlanta Hawks.
Their offense may get the credit for the lead, but they've set the tone with their rebound.
I give it the Shaq stamp of approval. They've been the schoolyard bullies today.
And right now, let's see who's jostling for Rookie of the Year.
It's far enough into the season now where you can tell which guys are for real and which guys are pushing for that ROI.
I remember in 1993, you winning that award, Shaq, mainly because you should have won that championship that year. Those darn Supersonics.
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
About ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Spurs trail by 15. On the court for the Hawks. Johnson at the 4 with a Kongwu at the 5. Then it's Rizashay, then there's Jaden Ivey, and it's Mr. Perfect in at the point. Atlanta on D. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. They set the pick. Here's Vassell. That one's wide left.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Three-pointer. Knocks down the long J. Mr. Perfect's got 36 points.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Sasser can't hit.
Tried to come right back at him with the 3. Not that time.
Here's Mr. Perfect. He's got 36 points. Jacks up a 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Spurs trail by 21. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Devin Vassell's progressing offensively. He said, I feel like the game has slowed down, just making the right reads. I know I can get to my spots. I just want to show that I'm an efficient scorer and a willing passer. I'm trying to be the best player that I can be.
Yeah, love that work ethic, Allie. Thanks. Pass to Vassell. 90 seconds into the second half now. Back to Sasser. Brent, you had a ton of playoff experience as a player. What was the atmosphere of the NBA postseason like?
Well, the intensity certainly picks up, BA, but looking back at it, it's so fun to see the amount of attention that all of a sudden comes with playoff basketball. So many more fans, so many more cameras, so much on the line. It's really where you enjoy all that hard work.
Now here's Sasser. He's got 5. And the shot goes. Sasser's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Mr. Perfect gets the bucket.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Here's Sasser. Outside Sharp. Second shot opportunity, and all around the rim that time before dropping. Sharp's got 7 points in the game. Atlanta leading by 22. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. From behind the arc. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. San Antonio making a change here. Wallace is checked in. Rollins, he's checked in for the Hawks. And for the Hawks, they're shooting at around 60% on this one. Very efficient. They've got Marcus Sasser. He's out there with Casey Wallace. And it's Ellis in at the small forward position. That's the San Antonio 5. Here's Ellis. No one near him. Sasser can't hit.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Three-pointer off the mark. Now here's Wallace. Pass to Ellis. For three. Wallace misses.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Mr. Perfect. No good from outside. On offense, here is San Antonio. Next up on the schedule, the Clippers. That'll be a home game, and that'll be their second of 4 total games at home.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Puts up a three. And Anunoby pulls it down. The Spurs have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Down low. Sasser outside. Fires the three. Drills it from deep.
Well, that equals his 3-point total from the first half. He had one before the break, and that's his first 3 in this half.
Here's Mr. Perfect. 4-3. Rebound by San Antonio. Ellis has got 4 rebounds now.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Some young players coming into the league, they lack experience in truly big games. Brett, do you think that's a disadvantage?
Well, it could be a disadvantage, BA, but how do you get to replicate that competitive environment unless you get there? And so with every experience, young guys typically want to achieve greatness, embrace some of those biggest moments, watch and learn, and that's where you grow the most.
And Atlanta making a change here. Hart's checked in. Here's Mr. Perfect. Fires in the triple. Mr. Perfect's got 48.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Pass to Wembanyama. The fadeaway. It's Hayes with the rebound. The Hawks have got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. There's the triple. Oh, another one falls. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And Wembanyama has the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. Now here's Sharp. The shake. Doesn't drop. He's 4 for 5. The Hawks have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. Here's Mr. Perfect. The three is up. Knocks it down from distance. Mr. Perfect's got 54 points.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Now here's Sharp. Pass to Vassell. Here's Ward. 6 to shoot. Spurs need to get one up here. Count it.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Hawks.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And it's another win for this team.
The Hawks have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Hawks.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Mr. Perfect.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple on this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking them down.
And Benyama's out there with more. Then there's Marcus Sasser. Then it's Shaden Sharp. And it's Vassell in at the 3 spot. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Pass to Mr. Perfect. Yet another bucket. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Moore. The tray. Rollins grabs the board. Here's Mr. Perfect. He's covered by Sasser. Mr. Perfect. Again, what an avalanche.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they control the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony and our reporter David Aldridge and the entire 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink.
9-3.